I think we're ready. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. It's such a pleasure to greet everybody at this once in every 2-year event in the town of North Hempstead, the official inauguration of our distinguished town elected officials. Thank you for being here. And so, here we are, and we're here to celebrate the inauguration and the installation of 5 distinguished town elected officials who were successfully re-elected this past November. Supervisor Judi Bosworth, Receiver of Taxes Charles Berman, Councilman from the 2nd District, the Honorable Peter Zuckerman, Councilwoman from the 4th District, the Honorable Anna Kaplan, Councilwoman from the 6th District, the Honorable Dina De Giorgio. And here on the dais today, of course, we have 3 distinguished town officials, our great town clerk, Wayne Wink, Councilwoman from the 1st District, the Honorable Viviana Russell, and the distinguished, fantastic, wonderful, outstanding, amazing Councilwoman from the 5th District, the Honorable Lee Seaman. At this point, before I go on with the introductions, I'm going to call on this very, very handsome and distinguished friend, and ladies and gentlemen, the senior United States Senator from the state of New York, the Honorable Charles Schumer.
Well, thank you, Gerard Terry. And first, it's a great day for those who were elected. For Judi, who's done an amazing job as our North Hempstead supervisor. North Hempstead is a great place and represents many of the aspirations and challenges that America has. It's an older suburban community, has people of every different walk of life and every different background. Some of the wealthiest parts of New York and some very poor parts of New York are in this town. And it needs all different, being a suburban, an older suburban community, it needs all kinds of services. And so you need people who really work hard on this. Now, I know how hard these folks work. When Sandy came around, Judi and I made a catalog of what was needed. And along with Steve Israel, we were able to supply many millions of dollars to rebuild the parts of the town that had been undone by Sandy. It's a town that needs good government in every way. And you know, with the people you've put in office today, Judi and her crew, you have it. So it's not only a great day for the nominees, now being the installees, it's a great day for their families, it's a great day for this wonderful town of North Hempstead, and it's a great day for these United States of America. May God bless them all.
Let's hear it for our great Senator Chuck Schumer.
Thank you very much.
And now we come to the administration of our oaths of office for our newly elected town officials. We will go to Town Supervisor first. At this time, we are going to ask Supervisor Bosworth, State Comptroller Tom DiNapoli, and the Bosworth family to come up on the podium.
It is a great privilege for me to have the opportunity once again to swear in Judi Bosworth as our North Hempstead supervisor. And it is certainly a great day not only for Judi and her family, but for Charlie Berman, our Receiver of Taxes, for our council members Peter Zuckerman, Anna Kaplan, Dina De Giorgio. Give all the winners a round of applause of our North Hempstead team. It's very clear that Judi Bosworth has had a great passion for public service. She really has made an incredible difference in the lives of so many families in our town. She has fulfilled her commitments to improve customer service to all of our town's residents. She's made government more accessible to the public. She's put a priority on transparency. She will tell you with pride that she is a fiscal conservative. She's really cheap with your money, and that's a good thing. She understands the importance of providing government services, but doing it at a price that taxpayers can afford. And even within the context of being a strong fiscal steward, she's been very, very creative in building on the great legacy of leadership that this town has had for many years and putting her own stamp on it. She has taken a special interest in the needs of veterans in our community. Give our veterans another round of applause. I know how important they are to Judi. So you ready for another term? All right, let's do it. And they even gave me something official here, right? All right, raise your right hand. And you'll repeat after me.
I will.
I, Judi Bosworth,
I, Judi Bosworth,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York
and the Constitution of the State of New York
and the laws and codes of the Town of North Hempstead,
and the laws and codes of the Town of North Hempstead,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Supervisor of the Town of North Hempstead
of Supervisor of the Town of North Hempstead,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Good luck, Supervisor. Thank you again for the honor.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Happy New Year. I'm grateful and humbled to have been given the honor by the people of North Hempstead to serve as your supervisor for another 2 years. Here today in the town of North Hempstead, we celebrate the significance of the meaning of democracy and representative government, the main ingredients of which is the participation of people, your participation. Democracy calls for each of us to be connected and engaged, involved and caring, concerned and informed. It's a process that, at its best, brings our families and neighborhoods and communities closer together and improves the quality of life for everyone. So today we affirm once again that democracy works, government matters, public service is an honorable calling, and serving one's community as an elected or appointed official is an honor, a privilege, and a trust. We recognize this is a time of challenge for government at all levels, but particularly local governments, our counties, towns, cities, and villages. In the next 2 years, we will meet this challenge together by continuing our commitment to govern in a collaborative, bipartisan, and inclusive way. We will continue to engage in dialogue with everyone in our community who has something to offer to the governmental conversation. We will continue our focus on the core goals of our administration: transparent and open government, fiscal responsibility and restraint, environmental protection and preservation, and responsiveness to our residents and their needs. The opportunity to serve you as town supervisor these past 2 years has been a great honor. However, our accomplishments have not been because of one person, but rather are because of the experience, dedication, and talent of all the people who make up the North Hempstead government team. When I assumed office 2 years ago, I set some goals and I made some promises. I promised to strengthen the town's finances. And once again, this past year, the town received a AA1 rating from Moody's Investors Service, which reaffirmed the town's stable fiscal outlook, citing our conservative fiscal management practices and our reduction of debt by more than $30 million in the past 2 years. I promised to improve responsiveness and enhance efficiency in our building department, and in the past 2 years, That department has made significant strides toward improving customer service and confidence and has modernized the way it does business. More to come. I promise to increase government transparency and accessibility. And today, our town board meetings are live streamed. Public comment comes at the beginning of our meetings, and our new user-friendly website allows our residents to track town finances to see how taxpayer money is being spent, as well as making it easier to access our many fine town services. I promised that everyone would have a seat at the table in our town government. The result is that our government is more responsive, more connected to our residents, and our quality of life has been enhanced because of that. So that's some of where we've been. But where are we headed? As I begin my second term, we draw from our town's present and past to plan for its future. We will continue to stay true to our history and reputation as a forward-thinking, progressive place to live, and we will continue to develop a solid and exciting vision for our town's future. At core, North Hempstead is a municipal government, and our responsibilities are inherently local in nature. So we continue to be confronted with a number of challenges, from the fiscal, how do we continue to provide the high level of services we do while working under the New York State tax cap, to the practical, where do we park our cars at our train stations? In the next 2 years, we will be working on these challenges and many others. And here's a brief look ahead. This month, I will appoint a North Hempstead Parking Advisory Committee to study the parking situation throughout the town, including our downtown and commuter areas, and suggest ways and means for improvements. We will establish a Friends of the North Hempstead Parks with the goal of bringing individuals and institutions together to support needed improvements in our parks, which the strict fiscal climate makes so difficult to achieve. Other initiatives will include working with our BTDC, Business Tourism and Development Corporation, and our building department to attract new businesses to the town. We're beginning the visioning process with the community for the future of North Hempstead Beach Park. We will be continuing our efforts to protect our town's bays, harbors, ponds, and waterways, as well as our water supply. We'll be working with our Veterans Advisory Committee to continue to find ways to address the needs of our veterans. So we have a full agenda, and we're ready to get to work. I look forward to the challenges of the next 2 years and the honor of working on them together with all of you. Thank you all for coming today. God bless you, and God bless America.
Thank you very much, Supervisor. And now we move to the installation of our other townwide elected official being sworn in today. And so at this time, I would ask the Honorable Charles Berman and his family and the Honorable John Kamen to come up to the podium.
Well, first and foremost, thank you, Gerard. Again, what an extraordinary job he's done, and he, as a political town leader, really understands and appreciates government, and I know that anyone involved in North Hempstead government is aware of the great talents that Gerard has, and so thank you, Gerard. Charlie really is a very special person. He comes to government through experience, through his family, through the great Carol Berman. Carol and Jerry, his parents, really brought up and raised an individual who is a quiet leader, a person who understands the power of government, the importance of leadership, the necessity of understanding. You know, I had the great opportunity to appoint Charlie Berman with the then town board in 2010 when Rocco Iannarelli had stepped down, and we were looking for someone to replace the then receiver of taxes, and Charlie was an obvious choice. He was a person who had served in county government in the finance area. He had served as deputy clerk in the town of Oyster Bay. He had served 10 years earlier as the receiver of taxes. He was appointed when the great Ann Galante had stepped down, and Charlie was appointed to fill her term. So he was a person who had the experience, who had a sense of what it meant to be the receiver of taxes. He understood how town government worked. And so we found in Charlie Berman the perfect, the most appropriate, the right person for the job in 2010. Charlie is a person who so vibrantly engages in a very quiet, Charlie-like way. And we're really just honored, and I'm honored, Charlie, to have the opportunity to swear you in today. So I would like to simply say congratulations to Charlie Berman and all his family who are here, and congratulations to the Bermans. All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Charlie Berman.
I, Charles Berman.
Oh, yeah. I, Charles Berman. Do it again.
I, Charles Berman.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To uphold the Constitution of the United States of America.
To uphold the Constitution of the United States of America.
The laws and Constitution of the State of New York.
The laws and Constitution of the State of New York.
The laws and codes of the Town of North Hempstead.
The laws and codes of the Town of North Hempstead.
And will faithfully discharge.
And will faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
Of Receiver of Taxes.
Of Receiver of Taxes.
Of the Town of North Hempstead.
Of the Town of North Hempstead.
To the best of my abilities.
To the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the newly installed Receiver of Taxes of the Town of North Hempstead, the Honorable Charles Berman.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I've been Receiver of Taxes for the past 6 years, and for the record, I don't levy taxes or set tax rates or determine the assessments. And I am responsible for the annual mailing of 180,000 tax bills and reminder notices and the receipt and processing of 288,000 tax payments. I've really focused on improving convenience and customer service for our residents, and I will continue to do so. I overhauled a tax department website, instituted a program for online bill pay with the lowest rates for credit card payers at 2.35%. Very proud of that. Open community tax collection sites, offered extended office hours, and provided informational brochures and email notifications to our residents. And most importantly, I've helped residents understand how they might lower their property taxes through my community outreach programs, which includes ensuring that veterans and seniors receive all of the exemptions they're entitled to under the law, as well as property assessment grievance seminars that explain the system and teach property owners how to file a challenge to their assessment. So I will continue my outreach programs as they have become more important every year. I encourage our residents and all of you to reach out to me with any questions or concerns you might have, because I would be very happy to help, as always. So thank you to all. Have a happy and healthy new year, and safe home.
We now move to our council people, and we're going to take the districts out of order. We're going to do districts 4 and 6, seniority, for the purpose of administering the oath of office. Our great friend, Congressman Steve Israel, we call him up with Councilwoman Anna Kaplan and the Kaplan family.
I am so honored to be swearing in Anna Kaplan, and I want to share this story with you, which is not just a story about Anna, but a story about who we are as a nation and about the people that we are. About a month ago, I called Anna, and I said, how would you like to come to Washington and be my guest and go to the White House and spend an evening with the President of the United States celebrating Hanukkah? would you come with me to the Hanukkah party at the White House? And Anna said, I'm in, I'm there. And so we went together, traveled to the White House, watching the President of the United States light a menorah and say the Hanukkah blessings. And as we were leaving, Anna stopped to soak it all in. And this is what she said to me. She said, Congressman, who would have ever believed that I could come to the United States from Iran, be an immigrant, and spend a Hanukkah night with the President of the United States at the White House? What a country this is. And that's her story. That's Anna's story. Born in Iran. Comes here at the age of 12 as a 12-year-old girl. Lives with a foster family. Makes her way to North Hempstead. Raises her family in North Hempstead. Gets involved in the library. Gets involved in the Board of Zoning Appeals. Gets involved in her local government. Gets elected to public office. Takes her oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, the first Iranian American sworn into public office in the state of New York. That's Anna Kaplan. That's an American story. That's what makes us great. That's what makes us special. And I don't need a hat to tell me how great this country is. So Anna, thank you for your service. God bless you, God bless this town, and God bless America. Anna, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Anna Kaplan,
I, Anna Kaplan,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear and affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York,
that I will support the Constitution of the State of New York and Constitution of the United States of America,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Councilwoman
the duties of office of Councilwoman
for the Town of North Hempstead
for the Town of North Hempstead,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Councilwoman Anna Kaplan.
Ladies and gentlemen, successfully re-elected to her second term as councilwoman from the 4th District, the Honorable Anna Kaplan.
Thank you all for coming today and being part of this special ceremony. Our town continues facing challenges. In my last term, I worked to bring new affordable senior housing to District 4. And I'm going to continue that effort during the next 4 years. I'm also going to fight for more affordable housing for families and young couples. We need to protect the town's precious natural resources. And I'm looking forward to completing many of the parks projects that began during my first term. And I pledge to all of you that I will continue to work with the Supervisor Bosworth and other members of the town board to keep the town finances on solid footing. We've all worked together to earn the historically high ratings on the town debt, a tradition that started with Supervisor Kamen and continues under Supervisor Bosworth, who has done exceptional work. These are all important issues that confront our residents. But there is another issue I think we need to confront. The 4th District is one of the most diverse districts in the town. We have all kinds of different ethnics and religious groups. We have new immigrants and native-born. We have the wealthy and the working poor. As a former political refugee and an immigrant myself, I will continue to speak for and to listen to all the groups in TD4 and in the town. Every resident is important, and everybody's voice needs to be heard. The town of North Hempstead is a town for all. And I pledge to all of you that I will do everything in my power to serve as a bridge between all of the town's residents. I thank you very much for the honor and the privilege of electing me to represent the 4th District of Town of North Hempstead. Thank you, and God bless you all in the new coming year.
So I'm pleased to call upon Councilwoman Dina De Giorgio, the DeLonzo family, De Giorgio family, please come up, and our great New York State Senator Jack Martins.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to be here to join with you today as we swear in our re-elected town officials. Dina De Giorgio has been re-elected, and I believe wisely so. Think about it. In the last 4 years, Port Washington and the Plandomes and Flower Hill, there have been challenges in that area. Challenges that we know have been handled by Councilwoman De Giorgio. She's been the go-to person time and again. So when we're discussing things like the environment, like water, like our coastal properties, like the devastation after Sandy, the Long Island Railroad, and the Port Washington train station, and the potential expansion there, and the impact on the community, the need to focus on renewable energy and building a smart grid, or whether it's cleaning up Baxter Pond or Main Street in Port Washington, you could always count on the councilwoman being there. So I want to congratulate Councilwoman De Giorgio on being reelected, and it is my privilege now to administer the oath of office. I state your name.
I, Dina De Giorgio,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support the Constitution of the United States,
to support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and to perform the duties
and to perform the duties
of Councilwoman
of Councilwoman
of the Town of North Hempstead
of the Town of North Hempstead
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, re-elected to her second term as Councilwoman from the 6th District, the Honorable Dina M. De Giorgio.
Supervisor Bosworth, town board members, fellow elected officials, family, and friends. All of you have come here today because, like it is to me, North Hempstead is very important to you. I am proud and honored that you have re-elected me as your councilwoman, and I feel a deep sense of responsibility about living up to the faith that you have placed in me. I will continue to work my hardest to be the kind of public servant that all voters can rely upon and be proud of. There's a lot of work to do, and I couldn't be more excited about tackling all of the challenges that lie ahead. Here are just a few examples. We will be breaking ground on Alvin Petrus Park in the spring. The restoration of this park is a tribute to the partnership between the Port Washington community and the town of North Hempstead working together to do the right thing. Port Washington is the best commuting town on Long Island, which is why parking at the railroad is so difficult. I am excited about using technology to help alleviate our parking shortage by piloting the rideshare app I developed, endorsed by the New York State Department of Transportation, and that now has drawn positive attention from the Long Island Railroad. Through much hard work and collaboration with the town and civic organizations such as Residents for a Beautiful Port Washington, the BID, and the Chamber of Commerce, Main Street is being revitalized. I look forward to continuing the momentum and completing our new streetscape design for Upper Main Street in the coming year. Quite literally, we are planting the seeds that will make our town beautiful and vibrant for years to come. I pledge to do my part to earn the public's trust and to use this new year and my new term to do the people's work. I am grateful to those residents who have made me feel like what I do as the councilwoman matters, because I believe that it really does. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Councilwoman De Giorgio. And so now we're going to invite to the podium the Honorable Michael Koblenz, Mayor of the Incorporated Village of East Hills, Councilman Zuckerman, Walter, Gail, Brenda, the whole Zuckerman family.
I've known Peter a long, long time. Peter is a very dedicated public official. Peter was appointed by me as a village prosecutor. He served in that capacity for a few years, then moved up and became a trustee in my village, served with me for over 11 years until an opportunity for Judi to steal him to go to the town. I gave him with my blessing, and I've been suffering ever since. You can call Peter anytime regarding a town issue, and he jumps on it. And for us in East Hills and in the Roslyn area, that's a big thing, because we didn't have any representation, really, until Peter took office. There wasn't anybody that was really in the village who cared about what was going on. And that was a fact. So, without further ado, I would like to swear you in. The rabbi told me to keep it short, so I'm going to follow the rabbi. Ready, Peter? I state your name.
I, Peter Zuckerman,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge my duties
and will faithfully discharge my duties
of the office of councilman
of the office of
for
councilman
the town of North Hempstead
for the town of North Hempstead,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, elected to his first full term in office, which is his second election, our great councilman from the 2nd District, the Honorable Peter Zuckerman.
Thank you very much. I promise to keep this brief. You know, as I look out here, this is a very special afternoon for me. As a young boy, I lived a few blocks from here. And to be, to think about where we were and to be standing here today before you, it's certainly something special. And I really appreciate that. Good afternoon. Welcome to my colleagues in government, friends, and family. I would like to thank everyone who has come out here today. It means a lot to me that you're here to support me on this important day. I am honored to represent the town of North Hempstead, 2nd District. And I am so fortunate to work in such a collaborative environment with my fellow council members and our supervisor. I am honored that I will continue to work with the Bosworth team. I know that together we are all going to accomplish great things and improve the quality of life for all town residents. Receiver of Taxes Charles Berman, Town Clerk Wayne Wink are also great advocates for our residents, and I value their knowledge and friendship. We'd like to say thank you to a few other people. Of course, thank you to Supervisor Bosworth, but also thank you to some of the great elected officials that are here today. Tom DiNapoli, Steve Israel, Chuck Levine, Jack Martins, John Kamen. It's all very special that you're here today, and I appreciate all of your support. My crew from East Hills, Manny Zuckerman, not related. Brian Meyerson, Clara Pomerantz, I really appreciate that you're here today, and our town attorney, Bill Burton, who had to leave to go to Washington on a matter. There are a few other people I'd like to thank as well. I would like to thank Joe Galante. Joe's been a great source of information and guidance for me over the years, and I really appreciate everything he's done. I'm also grateful to our senior political team, as well as the campaign staff on the ground. You're all professionals who I think could run a presidential campaign if you wanted to. To all the volunteers who knocked doors, made phone calls, and stood at train stations with me. Mal, Nathan, where are you? There. I greatly appreciate that. With all of your hard work, we may have had very different results in November had you not put in such a hard effort. Thank you very much. Mayor Michael Koblenz, what could I say? I learned so much from you during my 11 years in East Hills as a trustee. You are my mentor, my friend, my confidant. You are truly the mayor of mayors. You taught me that serving in a position of public confidence and public trust is the most important position that anyone could ever serve. And I thank you very much for your guidance and support. I'm very grateful. Again, I am so honored that the voters reelected me to serve 4 more years. I will continue to use my experience as a town councilman, village trustee, and community leader to be an effective advocate for maintaining our quality of life, holding down the cost of town government, and helping to ensure the safety and security of our neighborhoods. Thank you very much.